Hey everyone, welcome to my next video on finding Mark and Maine. Today I'm going to show you how I'll be making some new wheels for our rototiller. Alright, we have a rototiller we use this year. We're going to use it next year. This is how wheel normally looks like. This one's actually got some splits starting to break, but this is what's been happening to the other wheel. It's just really, the rubber's got so dry rotted, it's really just pulling off in pieces. And the problem this is creating, not just the size of the wheel and making it harder to use, is that these pieces will flip up. There's a bar that comes out and this is catching on it so it doesn't roll forward or in reverse. So what I'm going to be doing today is marking out the wheels on a piece of wood. What I'm going to do to try and make this easier on myself is, of course, I want it to be round. It doesn't have to be perfectly round. Once I draw these two out, I'm going to make a series of straight cuts, probably 4 or 8, depending on the angles I have on this, on a regular tabletop saw, skill saw, and then depending on how much I have to trim off, I might be able to use a belt sander to smooth this down after. Alright, since I still have at least one good wheel, the second thing I'm going to do to try to make this easier on myself is position as close to as many edges as I can so I have less cutting to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is just mark this circle all around. And because I want the bolt center to be to be centered, and I know this isn't exactly the same size, however, the advantage this will give me is it makes a nice, really good center mark that I can pinpoint and then use for the bolt. Alright, now again, I have a little bit of a benefit here, making this a little bit safer for me, because I really don't want to be cutting like this. I'd have to do something different. Because I have at least one straight edge to work with, I can start there, line this up, and literally turn this around clockwise, counterclockwise, whichever way I want to do it, to finish cutting these sections off here. Alright, now that that part's done, I'm going to try this belt sander first to smooth out these edges. Now, because I have to work on that side, you're not going to see, at least where I'm getting down to the line here, but I think you'll get the idea in general. Alright, so I think you get the idea, and as I said, this does not have to be perfectly round, but it's pretty close to it. I'm going to do the other one, and then I'll move on to the next step of the center hole. You'll notice that I did smooth the edges just a little bit, not really to make it look nicer, which it does, but to help maybe prevent splitting, or if there's like a crack, just to smooth it out a little bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is drill this hole and then see if I can get this bolt to go through. Alright, so I'm going to have to find a bit, go a little bit bigger, which I can still do, and then I'll do both of these, and we'll see how the bolt fits after that. Alright, actually that's going to work out pretty good, because I want this to be able to turn freely on there. Alright, so now the next step is going to be just staining it to help protect it against the elements. Alright everyone, I have waited all winter for this. It is spring. The garden is over there. So I'm going to put these handmade DIY tires on the rototiller, and we'll see how things work out. Alright, so what's going to happen here is as I mount each tire, the bolt is designed to be threaded into this. I'm only going to make it tight enough just so it holds the bolt in place and keeps this from wiggling. So I'm going to do both of these new tires, snug them up, and we'll see how things go. So I'm going to put you right here and keep an eye on the progress. Alright, now since these are not the original wheels, they're a little bit loose. I would have liked them to have been a little bit more snug. What I may need to do is to find one more set of washers to put in here. And then again, this should work really good compared to what I had. The old wheels were literally falling apart, and I couldn't even get the thing half the time to go forward or backward. Alright, it's time to fire it up and test it out.